Yeah, like our latest episode that we just put out is genuinely shadow banned.
Yeah.
We had to change the title. You just did.
I just did it before the episode.
Bay Blank, the spinning metal top things.
We had to switch it to Bay Wheel.
Which
because apparently the other version of the children's toy is banned because of a word in the middle of it. Which
it kind of makes sense.
It does.
Not really.
How did Ryan's toy reviews do it?
Modded wheels. And yeah, our latest episode just got shadow banned. It only has like 4 views as of recording.
Yep.
Yes. So, honestly, try to find that stuff because I bet you can't.
I bet you can't find it.
Find
episode 2. Try.
Episode 2 was a bit wild. We're still figuring out the roots. But speaking of our roots, new setup.
Welcome to in person.
In person's gonna be good.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep as many episodes in person as possible, but stuff happens, right?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's more fun in person. It goes to production value. I think
we've only had fun so far.
It's true. I think I'm gonna do a montage. I'm doing a montage of all our fun we had. But I think our energy in person will be better. Yeah, as a whole. I think that's just a fact. Because now I can go to Joey.
if you have shit.
No, my take was terrible. Who wrote today's episode?
I wrote today's episode. I don't know why I keep doing this.
We have one guy who writes.
We have Greg the editor. We have Aiden the writer.
No, someone different writes it, I swear.
And we have Joey the talent / social media manager.
Say a joke. Say a joke.
Say a joke. Yeah, say the line, Joey. Say the line, Joey.
Favorite white boy.
Yeah! Alright, who wrote today's episode?
I did. Well, we are here today to try something a bit different here. We're gonna try to pick who the best Avenger is objectively. Now, this might be stupid. Objectively stupid.
It's the name.
That's the name. Roll credits.
Anyways.
I fucking suck.
That's it. It's a terrible bit. Editor, cut this bit out.
Cut this shit. So we're trying to find out the strongest Avenger.
Not strongest, best.
Best Avenger.
Strongest is easy. That's Hulk. Come on.
Thor literally beat Hulk. Literally beat him.
He just gets angrier. Like my dad.
Iron Man. I think Iron Man beat him too.
No, he just fell asleep.
Yeah, he fell asleep.
Anyway.
Yeah. Also, this is gonna be a little tough because I've read mainly Spider-Man comics and Deadpool comics. I don't read much of the actual
Yeah.
I've read a bit of X-Men. I don't read too many comics. I mainly watched the MCU, and I haven't watched the MCU in 2 years.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a tough conversation.
Yeah. This is about what we know, as in people who like the MCU. Endgame and before.
Yeah, I've seen the Doctor Strange movie. I've watched the new Spider-Mans, and I've watched a bit of WandaVision, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Who did we all pick?
I'll start off.
Who's our candidates?
I picked. Now, some people off the hop, this is gonna seem a little weird because we're saying who's the best Avenger. Mm-hmm. I picked Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And if you're saying he's not Avenger, I will find you.
I'm sure in the comics somewhere he was at one point.
Yeah, I don't really base anything off the comics because if we are in the comics, there's.
I think the problem with the comics, there's endless.
Yeah, everything is just crazy, wacky. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man was Infinite Spider-Man at one point and was Cosmic Spider-Man.
There's a lot of Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's not really fair.
So, you can't really say if you want to pick best, it's just impossible with the comics.
Yeah, let's stick with the MCU.
So I'm sticking off of the main movies, and anyone who's a major factoring role in any Avengers movie, or has a big main shot in a separate movie.
Yeah, okay.
Is what I'm picking as an Avenger, which is technically wrong, but I don't care.
Alright. My pick, I picked Spider-Man.
Yikes. Ooh.
Spider-Man slaps, that's my argument.
That's kind of all he does.
He doesn't kill.
Yeah, he doesn't kill.
Doesn't kill. There's a reason he doesn't kill.
Alright.
It's too easy.
I picked Scarlet Witch. I picked Scarlet Witch.
Cooked.
Why am I cooked?
She's a villain.
Well, she straight up was an Avenger at one point.
Okay. You know what? We'll get into it later.
Okay. All right. Let's start off with 1v1s. Who would win in a fight between our 3 Avengers? This is a pretty easy question.
You know what's easy? Is my argument solved itself. Mine beat yours directly.
Yeah, but he was straight up.
Mine beat his directly.
Yeah, but
he
so
beat
that
yours.
No, but I beat you.
This is
Well, then,
wrong.
all right,
Yeah,
now
so
this is
here's the thing. Spider-Man lost because Doctor Strange wasn't trying to harm Spider-Man in any way.
He was not. He was
Just
just- yeah.
wanted, what was it?
The box.
The box.
He
yeah.
wanted the box.
He just wanted it. He didn't want to hurt Spider-Man. He was going easy.
He was
He got trapped in his own dimension by going.
Look,
Because
well, yeah.
because Peter Parker went, the math. The friggin'
Okay, so you're telling me, would you rather you want from a hero is to beat the living pulp out of a teenager who just wants to go to college?
No.
He was taking it easy on the kid, and the kid was like, "Holy shit, this is math. This is
Yeah,
math."
Iron Man was kind of like they're like buddies. Imagine your buddy's nephew shows up at your house and starts misbehaving. I'm not gonna harm him. Like, I'm gonna be like, okay, you're on timeout, which was a line.
Yeah.
He said that you're on timeout, kid.
So I don't think the Spider-Man, like in canon, yes, Spider-Man did
Win that fight.
Yeah, win that fight. However, I
think he wins. I think regardless of if he's treating him like a nephew or not, I think
I
Spider-Man
think
wins.
I think he'd just kind of go like Dormammu, I've come to bargain, and he uses a time stone and
so
says, "No,
are we saying like are we saying peak character versus peak character?
I'm imagining peak versus peak.
Okay,
I
so,
win. Spider-Man.
are you kidding?
Okay, Spider-Man at peak.
Are
is
you?
great.
Are you? I have the time stone. You beat
Sure.
me? No, you didn't. No.
I'll just keep Spider-Man's entire thing is perseverance.
Peter
No,
Parker.
Okay, so this is the problem with this debate. Is that Spider-Man literally can't lose because he's written not to lose. Like, that's not fair.
His character is written to persevere.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And that's him as a person and as the character we're judging.
Is that his superpower?
No, his power is Spider-Man.
Is the spider tingle?
That's what I'm saying though, is that like all of our characters here have written to not lose.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? Like that's you can't
Yeah,
say
it's your
he
movie.
hasn't lost, therefore.
Yeah, because like technically for Doctor Strange versus Wanda, I've beaten you.
Yeah.
But, like you were written to lose.
that was the Doctor Strange movie. Like there's no
exactly.
way Doctor Strange
Yeah.
ain't losing in that. Like he has to win.
Despite Infinity War, what you might think from that, they did lose there.
They did, but they won after it was a two.
Exactly, it was a
They won.
two-part. So I'm just saying, Spider-Man is designed to win, but I could be like Spider-Man swings towards me, Antarctica,
Antarctica, yeah.
like and you're just gone.
He's Sorcerer Supreme.
The fuck is he
you
gonna
could do that.
I put him in I'm gonna put him in an open hayfield in the middle of Saskatchewan. What is he gonna swing on?
That's
He's not there.
You make a fair point. I would think Doctor.
Yeah, wait a
Strange
minute.
wins that.
Doctor Strange put him in a dimension with infinite things to swing on.
Yeah, and then
Why did he do that?
Yeah, we're
character's stupid.
Wait, why did? Yeah.
He's a fucking, he's
not
a doc.
smart.
Let me put the guy who swings on stuff in the dimension where he has 360
Put him
degrees
in
to
water.
swing.
Put him in water.
I put him downtown New York, and we're
That's basically what happened, bro. Put him in his home environment. Like, what is this?
not even home environment. He put him in optimal.
No, but fuck off. I think Spider-Man wins because Doctor Strange might actually be dumb despite his doctor degree. That's so stupid.
He might have made a strange decision, but this doesn't discredit his character. I still think Doctor Strange wins that.
Against
it's just like
Spider-Man, right?
it's easy. The moment they both figure out each other, I think he just goes, "Yeah, you're going to Nevada."
Yeah.
Because the thing is too, how does Spider-Man beat Doctor Strange? Like taking a sling ring, like tying him up, right?
There's a timeline where it happens,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's the MCU.
I think it's like 80-20%.
I would agree. I
Doctor
think 80
Strange wins.
That's a good. We do the 80-20. I like that. The diff. We do the diff.
Alright.
High diff.
High diff.
The high
High
diff.
diff.
High diff.
That's now Scarlet Witch. Does she have the same points as Doctor Strange against Spider-Man, or does Spider-Man beat the shit out of her because she can't teleport him? She can't like what?
She can straight up obliterate him.
So there's the problem with Scarlet Witch and that argument. Scarlet Witch during the MCU when she was half of an Avenger, she wasn't strong enough to just go power word scrunch.
I disagree.
It was after WandaVision where she got super
where
strong.
she understood.
Yes, but that's because she didn't get the book at that point.
Right. So is that where? What is peak Wanda?
So I've got two options.
Where do we play?
Peak Wanda is definitely after WandaVision, the Doctor Strange movie. I think that's peak Wanda.
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Right. I think,
Okay.
and also her power
She's-
scaling.
At that point, she's a villain. Is
Well,
she
yeah.
an Avengers?
No, she's no longer an Avenger, but at the point where she was Avenger, now here's the thing, Ultron made of vibranium, right? He's on the
Yeah.
ground, he's like, oh, you can't defeat me, I'll live forever. She just kind of goes and rips his chest out. Straight up bends
That's
vibranium with her brain, nothing, no effort either.
Listen,
That's
I
fair.
have an alternate point
Yeah.
too. She goes, she's got to kill Vision Thanos is coming behind.
Yeah. Thanos.
She destroys an Infinity Stone.
destroys an Infinity Stone
Crazy strong.
while
And then-
holding off Thanos.
And
Who
then
has 4.
Yep, this is true. And so she's holding them off, she kills him, and then gets pimp slapped to the side like tomorrow's.
So that's the one con with with Scarlet Witch is that
she's a woman? Is that what
no,
you're
no,
going
no.
with?
Whoa.
Her emotions or her powers are based off of stronger emotions. So
That's-
when
yeah.
she's incredibly sad, she can't do anything.
Right.
When she's super angry, she's busted.
Yeah.
When she's in a good mood, she's not gonna use her powers at all.
Yeah, like in Endgame when she comes down, like,
Yeah.
I don't even know who you are. Just like, bop, bop,
Yeah, again, she picked up Thanos in Endgame, and he was so scared of dying, he forced his
called
ship
nukes.
to nuke himself. That was his only way he saw out, was I gotta blow myself up.
That's fair. Yeah.
No one else did that to him.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So does Spider-Man win the 1v1?
She can literally crunch vibranium.
He's the neighborhood Spider-Man, right?
Dude.
Crushed vibranium. How? Like, what's Spider-Man's strength? Like, is he stronger than vibranium? 'Cause
Well,
we've seen
he couldn't pull a ship together. I'm not gonna say he's stronger than
He
Vibranium.
can't destroy Captain America's shield.
That's fair. Yep.
He can't harm Black Panther. He can definitely stun him, but he can't
Sure,
destroy
well,
Black
Spider-Man's durability himself.
Oh,
Like,
Spider-Man?
is he stronger than vibranium? She can crunch
That's a
vibranium, and
good
it takes her
point.
time. But is he stronger? Because his bones are.
He's
dense.
literally made out of rubber. Bro always gets back up. He bounces around.
He was able to get hit by a giant ceiling, right? Like,
Yeah, I think, MCU wise, he might be invincible. In my mind, there's nothing, like, you can't kill Spider-Man.
That's the problem. Like, do I win at that point of, like, you can't kill me? I think Doctor Strange kills
Because
him.
here's the thing: if Wanda can't rip him apart or can't do anything to him quick enough, I don't.
Is he stronger than an Infinity Stone? Let's answer that.
Oh,
Is-
I don't think
is
so.
Spider-
Is Spider-Man more durable than an Infinity Stone?
No, because he got wiped out.
Yeah, no.
half of
So here's the thing: I can judge the power of an Infinity Stone. I've done my research. The what was it? Not the Mind Stone. Was it the Power Stone that was in possession of?
Peter Quill.
Not Peter Quill. The Asgardians.
That was the ether, the reality.
So the Reality Stone was in possession with them, and they tried their best to destroy it, even having access to the dying neutron star, where the axe, I forget its name, was forged.
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. So where Stormbreaker was forged.
The Thanos killing weapon.
Yeah, they couldn't break an Infinity Stone. Yet Wanda could just do it in 5
So
seconds.
Wanda is more powerful than a dwarf star.
Yes.
I think Wanda wins.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think Peter Parker survives stronger blast than a counter argument. Thor kind of withstand it somehow, but he also withstand the power of the Power Stone.
Thor is a literal god.
Yeah, that's not
I don't think. Are you saying that Peter Parker is a Norse god?
No, but I've never seen him get like.
Okay, in Endgame, after the fight and everything, fighting just regular fucking alien dudes, he was bleeding. He had scars on his face.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Let me check the camera. I'm geeking.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, we're still
I'm
recording.
afraid. I'm
We're still
afraid.
good.
We got audio.
Yep, audio's still being recorded.
I'm a little geeked.
I'm geeked, but it's good. I'll check it every once in a while. Anyways, he was beating up literal, alien dude.
Aliens.
Oh, I feel so good.
Yeah, so he actually had like scrapes and shit on his face from Thanos. So I don't think he's as strong as an Infinity.
Oh yeah, he died to Thanos. Scarlet Witch didn't. Therefore, she's stronger.
She got pimp slapped though. if he wanted to, he could have. He just didn't need to.
I made a list
You made a list
of all of her feats, basically.
Dang.
for the one-on-one. Well, here's the thing. Let's say that for you.
Oh yeah.
We agree that Peter Parker, he's good. He's
but he's not
situational at best though. Against
No, he's not just situational
Okay.
at best. Like, he's got to be close to
Okay.
top 10.
Counter to support Joey's argument. The entire MCU, bro. He's 16 and 17.
That's fair.
He's a kid.
And holding back.
If-
Yeah,
and
like, his
holding back.
entire thing is
He's
holding back.
yeah.
If you gave him like 10 more years and killed like
Yeah, like
well-
he's been doing this for 2 years.
Well, actually, speaking of though, when he wasn't holding back against the Green Goblin, because let's be honest, he wasn't. That was his whole point. That he wasn't.
Yeah, he
holding
wasn't.
back.
Yeah.
He's just a regular dude.
Yeah.
Norman Osmond is a regular ass dude who died through a
Durability-wise,
glider, right?
Yeah.
And he was giving it everything. He dented the fucking the statue, sure. But that's like copper, I think it was.
Copper, yeah.
and he wasn't killing the Green Goblin.
There's other stories where he does let loose and then he's way
Like,
stronger
in the
than
comics,
movies.
yeah,
But
I get
that's
comics.
opening it up to comics and possibilities that haven't happened in the MCU.
Exactly.
So,
So I'm saying for MCU feats, one of the strongest feats that we've seen him with his own raw physical strength would be in Far From Home. Or is it Far From Home?
ooh,
Yeah, Far From Home.
Or is it No Way Home?
I think it's No Way Home.
Yeah.
argument.
To No Way Home, we see him dent a giant sculpture, and that's it.
In the MCU, right? I think these fights both would be extremely difficult, especially with Spider Sense. Like that is
Oh,
busted on
Spider
its own.
Sense is something
Yeah.
that we... I don't
Like
know
that's
if it's
busted on its own. He can sense emotions,
Yeah.
which is just crazy.
Yeah.
And
Peter
so
Tingle.
I think, what if he was about to die, and then his buddies rocked up, the other Spider-Men? Because it's
Okay.
established in the MCU that there are alternate.
So you're saying the reason why
So wait.
Spider-Man is the best Avenger and can beat other people up is because of Doctor Strange?
No,
It's because of
Hold on.
my pick?
Because of the Spider-Verse. The spider reality is not the same as multiple realities, right?
That's
it's
fair.
different. They have their own society entangled by webs, which he and other Spider-Men look after.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange don't do that. Doctor Strange don't do
No,
that.
he don't do that to his other realities. He takes care of his own. Like
Yeah.
other Doctor Stranges go back.
Dormammu, the whole world would fall into chaos. That happens over... The whole point of the Sanctuary is that would happen everywhere.
I'm gonna be honest. When you said Dormammu, I didn't listen to a single
Let's
word
come
you
to
said.
bargain.
I think Spider-Man Multiple Realities is stronger and better because I like it more. And that's it.
What the fuck is this?
You're like a movie writer right now, bro.
I like it more.
I like the multiverse. Your pick is one Spider-Man. You don't get all the
I'm
Spider-Man.
not picking all of them, mind you. I don't
You're
know which
saying-
one's coming through
you're
that portal,
saying
but
that-
some of them are.
So when we started this saying...
It did happen.
It did happen.
In the MCU. It did happen.
But we started this off saying this is a one-on-one fight, and you're saying...
Yeah, but here's the thing. My friend Joey's argument is losing, so I have to help him.
We gotta make it interesting for the
No,
pod.
I just think Doctor Strange had the worst movie. So I don't like
Hated
that.
it.
You hated it. I like
The
I
second
liked
one.
the first
the
one.
second
The
one.
first one
I
was
hated the
The second one was a little...
It was a little it was ass. The
Okay.
best part of the movie was the alternate reality Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
that's it.
There wasn't really any character growth for Doctor Strange.
There was a ton of character growth for Scarlet Witch.
Speaking of, one-on-one here, who wins?
I win, bro.
Yeah,
I
Scarlet
can,
Witch,
I can
think she
destroy
just-
Infinity Stones.
She took on the Fantastic Four with like major ease.
Yeah, and I was reality warping. I was in another reality, controlling my body. Doctor Strange, by the end of the movie, just figured it out. Scarlet Witch has been doing it for
by
days.
the end of the movie.
By the end of the movie,
Peak Doctor Strange.
peak Scarlet Witch still wins.
Peak Doctor
Okay,
Strange
so what?
has the time stone. We keep going back to the
Scarlet
time
Witch
stone.
can control time. In WandaVision, she can change day and night whenever she wants. Sets back time, forward
That's
time.
changing. That's reality.
She
I
can
think
quite
that's-
literally
that's-
switch forward,
that's
back,
reality.
back.
That's
warping.
reality warping in the
That's
sense
not
that she's not
actually
doing
changing
it to the
time.
entire world. She's doing it to her controlled location.
Because she doesn't want to harm the rest of the world.
Which
But
is
that's not controlling time. That's just like when Thanos used the Reality Stone in Infinity War. That shit didn't actually happen, right? It was a reality version where that
Okay,
did
that's
happen.
fair.
It's like changing a green screen, really.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's controlling time. I'm saying that's controlling the reality in a certain area.
Okay, hear me out. You come at me with the time zone. Boom. Come on.
She can.
That's a good point.
It's gone.
Yeah.
If we get prep time,
If we get prep time, the only other thing that can destroy Infinity Stones that I've known is other Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Thanos
And
literally
Wanda
says
has the Infinity Stone.
she's literally imbued with the power of it, right?
fuck. What's my angle? What's my angle?
Yeah, my friend Aiden's losing here, so I got.
I'm really cool and awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
waiting.
got a
I'm
cool
waiting.
cloak.
I'm waiting for the. She's not an Avenger. Like I'm waiting for that.
No, she was an Avenger. I'm gonna say she was an Avenger because if Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Joey, I'm really feeling bad for you because Spider-Man's being whooped. You can have my second option.
No.
Second option. Actually, give me that.
You know, yeah, jump on that.
Yeah, one for me.
No, I don't. You picked Doctor Strange, which again, in the book, what was that book called?
We're not going to the book.
No, the whole movie was based off of them trying to get this book from
Right,
Wanda.
right.
I forget what the book is called. I have it written down. The Dark Hold.
Yeah,
I have
the
it
Dark
back
Hold.
Evil book. Literally specifically states, foreshadows that WandaVision, Scarlet Witch will bring the end of the universe.
Okay.
Yeah, I
and then she didn't.
Well, it's not happening yet.
I think Wanda wins.
Okay, in a one-on-one fight where Doctor Strange isn't the protagonist of the movie and can't possess dead people because they're in the same reality, let's say. Wanda might.
She can also mind control the emotions of people.
And she can reality war.
Reality war.
Like, I can put you in the mirror dimension, I can do all that stuff, but like, I can't. Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I can't kill you.
No, I'm on. Yeah.
No, I think one-on-one, head-to-head, I think Scarlet Witch.
I win.
Alright, okay, one-on-one, we figured if they're all enemies, that, they lose. But what if they're all friends? What if they're all friends? Who's the best on the team? Who's the best help to the team? Who's the best support?
Who's best support?
Best support, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
because he immediately goes for the people.
Yeah,
He
he's a
immediately
team
goes-
player.
That's
He's
a
team
very
player.
good point. However, Spider-Man, imagine the wombo combos you can pull off with my platforms,
Oh, yeah.
my portals. We saw it in Infinity War,
Oh, I agree.
right? And it's like, oh, over here.
But
You're just having fun.
Spider-Man was doing that though.
He
I think
was?
yeah.
I think Wanda would even help. Wanda would just go straight for the fight.
She's a little like the thing though is she's so strong she can literally I can't imagine a single thing she couldn't do. So
She's also in the MCU. She's super tortured.
Yeah.
Like when she tried to save a whole bunch of people when she was trying to get explosives away from a building.
Yeah.
Her powers went, oh no, and she just
Millions.
out of the building.
yes,
She was the reason for Civil War, right?
yeah.
So if we're going to go off of who's
it was an accident.
way down in the legs of the traitors.
It was an accident. Again, the ability to contain that explosion. The number is in here. I forget. I think it's like one billion. It's stronger than a Thanos punch against the vibranium shield with that explosion.
Okay.
The amount of time she was able to control it and move it
Dude,
was that strong.
did you do this math or did you find a video?
I found a video.
Okay,
Nice.
I did not do the math.
I was gonna say, like, then I'm double checking your math because that shit is not
I'm
right.
not that big of a nerd. I literally looked up on Google who is strongest Avenger, and Thor and Scarlet Witch were up there, and I'm like, oh, that's easy. Okay.
Goes to ChatGPT. Who is best of
I didn't know.
He's
It was Google Gemini. I gave me
Listen.
Google.
Thor's the strongest because he played Fortnite.
Let's
get it out of the way.
Yeah. If we're cranking 90s, Thor.
We know Thor's got it.
Yeah.
But anyway, best teammate here, Scarlet Witch. She's strong, but she's not a good teammate.
She's also still learning her powers. Like, she's not too confident. Even at the end of Doctor Strange movie, she's still not very confident.
She was relying on a lot of the same shit. You know?
I think
She's not quite there.
So can she help people? Not really, because like all she did in Civil War, the big team up movie, was run.
Hear me out. WandaVision. She creates 2 children and Vision, which, mind you,
Are we saying she's the best teammate because she can make people?
and give them superpowers.
all of them disappeared.
Because she made them disappear.
No, she didn't make that. She let them go.
Yeah, she let them
means
go.
she had to let
But
go of the area.
she had the ability to create life out of thin air and give them superpowers.
Counterpoint, Doctor Strange, on your left. I bring in the whole squad to beat you.
Okay, so we bring if
It was
I guess
it was like a whole. It was only a small town that she controlled.
Yeah.
making the.
And
But
when
she
she-
still made life,
And then when she extended it out to us, like she could encapsulate maybe another 100 feet out, maybe another football field's length, and then everything was falling apart at that point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even when she was controlling that town, there was just like a light blinking, like Radiator Springs, and someone was just staring at it, and they were fog, right? So the amount that she can control, which I mean, still is
it
quite
is
a lot,
limited.
it's very limited, right? So if I were to portal, right?
Who's telling you where to portal? Spider-Man with the Peter tingle.
Yep, I
think Spider-Man's #1 support in that case. Like, I'll tell
What
you.
is he in Marvel Rivals? Does he support?
No,
He's in a
I've
tank.
never played the game, so I don't.
no, you two are both
Doctor Strange is
DPS.
tank.
I'm a tank, which is called a strategist, which is related to the support class Island.
Okay,
I-
I would think.
Giant shield, block and damage, portal to help the wombo combos, and also I can summon blades. I can also stand my own. And if we keep talking about the time stone, as I like to, because that's like, come on, it's a fucking Infinity Stone that you can control very
The
easily.
time stone can like jump up and down on your schmeat. I don't want to hear nothing about the time
That's
stone.
what it's doing right now.
It's a relic. He's hiding it away. He doesn't want people to use it.
Yeah, he doesn't like people seeing it. But
I think Spider-Man's good. Spider-Man's good.
Spider-Man's great.
He's got good,
awesome.
He's got good recon, good reflexes, but you know what's better? Portals.
I haven't seen
Okay.
a portal an entire
Now-
boat of people out of somewhere.
I could.
Yeah, and I did it.
I could.
You did it with Iron Man, and you were almost about to fail. The boat was sinking.
About
Yeah,
but I
like,
did.
Doctor Strange literally brought in everybody. Like at the end of the movie,
Like,
he goes,
it was with Wong because he was like, "This is all you could get."
Yeah.
You know, so it was with the help of Wong, but also like in his main role in Endgame because
was support.
was support. He was stopping the place from flooding, right? And also, hey, we're about to go into this fight. How do we win? 1 second.
Yeah,
20 billion. This is how we win. It's like, all right,
Takes the fence stone and goes.
stop.
See, Peter Parker could never do fence. That's a leap.
That's it. That's why he's the best support out on
I
drugs.
think Doctor Strange might be the best support, but
on that
to Joey's credit, Spider-Man has the best movies.
That's
By a
so
mile.
fair. If,
By a
for,
mile.
for our next category, best movies, because if you're thinking best Avenger, you gotta think outside, right?
Yeah.
You gotta think about us. If this person's movies are ass, I don't give a shit if they're the best,
Yeah.
right? Iron Man, fantastic movies,
movies.
right? Come on. Captain America, they might have dropped the ball a little
Yeah,
bit,
a little bit.
but the first movie, banger.
Winter Soldier, kind of awesome.
It was pretty alright. Civil War is technically a Captain America movie.
I disagree. I know it says Captain America.
Yeah,
but
it's an Avengers.
totally
It's an Avengers.
Yeah.
It straight up is. And they also mistimed that as well.
It was.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for it.
They have a bad or a bad running with fucked up scheduling for
They
movies.
do.
Yeah.
Like they ship stuff at terrible times.
Yeah.
So that was a bit fucked up, but we can talk about that when we shit on the MCU.
That's true.
So right now, who has the best solo movies? Scarlet Witch is kind of out of the running.
show, and that's it. So I'm not gonna give her on that.
Yeah, so we're not even gonna fight here. And like this is gonna be a quick round. I could ride Spider-Man's meat all day.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
never have I ever went to a theater and felt the chill of seeing that portal open in
Yeah.
No Way Home. Doctor Strange looked at like, oh, when he's dead and talking to the Ancient One, like that can't compare, right? So who has the best solo movies? It's not even a contest. Spider-Man.
Right.
I'm riding that meat.
Yeah, riding the Spider-Man
There's a
bike.
reason why Sony paid so much money just for Spider-Man, right?
Yeah. Like, what's it? Doctor Strange. Oh, yeah, like what you said, opening that portal. I haven't heard a crowd roar like that in a movie theater.
That was
Besides
that
Endgame.
opening the portal.
Or chicken.
Yeah.
Don't forget the new
Chicken jockey.
Chicken Dragon.
I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people lose their
And
minds.
Pearl, and there goes our can. No, maybe all the swear words are gonna get us banned.
Alright, so honestly, yeah, Spider-Man just has the best solo movies. From the first one, people are gonna say like, "Oh, he's not his own Spider-Man because he's got Tony Stark helping him." I don't.
I disagree. Again, he's 16. Bro needs some help.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me you got bit at? I think he got bit at like what 14?
Yeah.
or something. Was barely Spider-Man, just stopping buses and car crashes and shit. Gets picked up and says, "Hey, come become a criminal."
Yeah.
Or like help fight against people who have literally saved the world twice at this point.
Yeah.
And you're expecting him to do that with his fucking night vision goggles and in pajamas?
Yeah, bro. I think
The suit didn't even help him off the start because
No,
he didn't. He got everything was locked behind it, and the other stuff, in other Spider-Man movies, we're gonna say in the Sony movies and everything like that, they figure that kind of shit out, right?
Yeah.
Like they don't have like splitter web and web bombs, but they are ingenuitive with their webs. And with the Peter Parker we have, he was making his own web fluid. He was smart. He would have figured that shit.
he would have figured it out.
He just gotta help.
Oh, he's a detective. Like in every timeline, he's a detective.
Yeah.
yeah. He would have figured that shit out.
Yeah.
He's just smart like that.
Exactly.
He's crazy.
He's smart. He's lovable. I think all of the Spider-Mans are handsome. So
It's true.
And he's funny too.
And
the,
he's
the funniest
so
Doctor Strange bit. I was like, "What is that? Britney Spears?" Well, you never heard of her? And then like 2 seconds later, Wong's listening to it.
Yeah.
One of the funniest jokes, and he's just stealing books.
But that's
About it.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That wasn't even the Doctor Strange joke. He
That
just
was-
said,
yeah,
"What, you've
well,
never heard Britney Spears?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor House.
Doctor House. Arceus
Marvel.
created the universe. Like, why did that? The crazy Doctor House reference.
Yeah.
He referenced Pokemon.
Yeah, right.
Why did they put that in?
I don't know, but we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, best solo
Yeah.
movies, hands down.
The next topic, though. Who is the best character arc? Right? I'm gonna ride Doctor Strange's meat so hard right now because of the first movie. He was so like insufferable at the start.
Oh my god!
And then he's completely changed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So-
Doctor Strange's character arc in the first one was turning from a man who knows everything about his world. He is a top brain surgeon doctor bitch
Yeah.
who is about to get several awards for everything he has done. And then his entire world flips.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to process that. He
so
is
good.
trying to find his way in a life where he can't do what he's best at. He can't do it. He loses his hands.
Yeah.
Right? And it was so important that they even touched on it in the What If series. What if he didn't lose his talent? What if he lost his love? Right?
Yeah.
It's such a good character arc. They did it twice. They did the same character arc twice.
Again, I can't even say Scarlet Witch has a character arc that's redeemable because she's
Because
gone
it's
backwards.
not.
Like I can understand where she's coming from and why she acts the way that she is.
But when we say when the character arc is good, we're not saying that they end up good.
I
We're saying
think-
it's an understandable.
I think it's
reasonable
good.
character
It's
arc.
good, but it doesn't compare to. It literally does not compare to Peter Parker or Doctor Strange.
Strange.
Like they're so lovable.
Yeah, they're very lovable characters. And if I'm gonna say my favorite character arc, and I am choosing between Spider-Man, the lovable creature, or Walter White, who turns into evilness. Yeah, because it's a reverse character arc. But at the point where Wanda was doing it, it was kind of played out. Honestly,
Yeah.
the reverse character arc.
Yeah.
Because when Walter White did it, it was new. It was fresh.
Yeah.
It was like, holy shit, this guy's getting worse and worse. Except for Death Note did it first, but that's a different thing.
For Peter Parker, like MCU version, he kind of just starts out as like a nerdy, silly guy who wants to help.
Yeah.
And he wants to help so hard that he
Dude.
gets his ass beat.
That scene in the first movie.
Yeah, if you really cared, you'd be here by now.
I'm not talking that one.
That's what I was talking about.
I'm talking when he's underneath the building collapse.
Oh.
And he's trying his best to push up, and he's
Yeah.
gotta do it. He loses everything. I'm riding Spider-Man stick here a little bit. In the first movie, he's that scene where after he's found out, he has the choice to be a regular teenager, to live his life, and he says, no, fuck that, I'm gonna be the hero. I'm gonna give up, I'm gonna sacrifice, and I'm gonna be the hero.
It's perseverance, baby.
And then he heads in there, says, hey, you're a fucking bitch, and he's like, drops building on you.
Yeah. And again, where he ended up in the last movie, where he literally lost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is back to square one.
Yeah.
Nobody even remembers him.
Yep.
That's a crazy character arc. That's crazy.
I think, I want to say Doctor Strange's first character arc, fantastic, phenomenal.
Yeah, but where he is now,
Its story beats are, very good. I'm not going to say unmatched, but I'm going to say they're very damn good.
Yep.
Second movie falls off a cliff. First character
Yeah.
arc. It was more about America Chavez, if anything, right?
Yes.
Which her character arc was alright. I'm not going to say it's great.
Okay.
Exactly, right? That movie was split up between America Chavez, Doctor Strange, and Wanda.
Yeah.
Because they needed to tie up all
again,
those things.
it's a Doctor Strange movie, but it's like
it is
it's a micro Avengers movie.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it's pretty hard to say that his character arc was good in there because a character arc in that like when you have to split up your attention so much, it's very hard to say that was good.
Yeah.
So I think Doctor Strange's first movie character arc is fantastic. However, I think Spider-Man's character arcs,
They top
plural, 1, 2, and 3, are each so good in their own right. If I was going against one movie, I'd say maybe Doctor Strange could pull ahead.
Yeah.
But against all three movies and all three arcs, and how Peter keeps learning and how he keeps getting set
Their
back.
stories have changed.
They also started similar times in the MCU timeline.
Yes.
Very close times.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think while Peter Parker was being trained by Iron Man, didn't Doctor Strange also that's in timeline in canon when he started?
About, I think it was a bit earlier.
Yeah,
maybe?
not even like it was really close.
It was close, yeah. So like they kind of came because like Civil War came out, and then I think Doctor Strange movie came out just before Civil War.
I thought it was after.
It might be after.
I'm pretty sure it's
It might
after
be
because he would have been in. Civil
No, he
War.
wouldn't have been because he had no ties to anyone.
That's true.
So it could have been one of those later movies, right?
Yeah.
Like how Iron Man 2 came out before Avengers,
Yep.
which wasn't really a waiter movie, but anyway.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't there before Civil War.
Yes. Okay.
So closing argument for this topic would be
well, we have
one-on-one movie
Yeah.
is like yours. So
Yeah.
Doctor Strange wins the one-on-one character growth, but Spider-Man, like all of his movies are about growth and change.
so good.
So in like the stack of multiple movies, Spider-Man wins.
Yeah. I want to say like first and third movie, the arc's fantastic. Second movie, the arc's kind of fell for me, honestly. I was more interested in Mysterio's arc.
Yeah, I like that Peter learned a new thing. Just like, oh, hey, I don't need my eyes to figure
No,
this
but
out.
They were
it
just
was
working on
also
the first arc,
It
I
was
think.
learning. It was learning how to do it on its own. Like
For real.
Yeah.
he didn't really realize what he had signed up for.
Yeah.
When he was left alone.
Yeah.
Like,
Didn't trust
literally
people.
against his will.
He had to explore a world without Iron Man and had to figure that shit out, right? He had to understand it. He just
Yeah.
keeps losing everyone he loves.
And then the third one, he losing that man.
Yeah, right?
Yikes.
We don't get it in the MCU. We don't get his intro, which does take a little bit away, but we all know.
We all know it. That's I think.
But if we were to take the MCU alone, stand alone, we didn't know his intro. We have no idea who the fuck this kid is.
Yeah. He's a random dude.
If this is your first Spider-Man movie, you're 7, you're walking in, you don't know who the fuck he
Yeah,
is.
it'd be a pretty shitty first one, but we had the Andrew Garfield, right?
We have the Tobey Maguire.
We have the Tobey Maguire.
For us, we know his intro.
I think it came out at a perfect time in my
Yeah.
life. I was like, what, 14 or 15 when the first Spider-Man came out?
Oh my god.
I was like,
you know?
Yeah.
like you're talking Marvel, right?
yeah, Marvel.
Yeah, I don't know when the first one
I think
came
we
out.
were 14.
I feel like we were, maybe, honestly.
Because I think
'Cause, yeah, we
Andrew
were-
Garfield ended when we were like 12.
Yeah, because
or
the
11.
Endgame came out where like
watched
end of high school.
It was, yeah, remember, grade 11, I think, is when Endgame
Oh yeah,
came out.
so for
Oh
some
no, it was right before COVID. Endgame
No.
came out grade
yeah, because
10.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spider-Man
Side
came out the
tangent.
year before.
side tangent because of that stupid fuck in my math class.
Spoiled it.
I'm going to say his name, but this has to be blurred out.
Yeah. No way! No way!
I hate this dude forever
Because he's not like
I'm in math class with Mr. Brock, who doesn't understand jack shit, talking about how he's gonna go on his cruise, which so just before that's and
Yeah.
and then he just blurts out, "Fucking Thanos kills blah blah blah."
I was in that class.
Yeah,
I was there.
dude,
Somebody should have killed him.
I almost punched him. I straight up did.
You punched him in French class.
Yeah, that was great. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about that. I hate this kid. Sorry if you're watching this, buddy.
Sorry for your loss.
He's not a kid anymore, mind you. He's a grown adult.
He's a grown adult. Yeah, no, he's not a child anymore. We're the same age. Sorry if you're watching
Don't
this.
think it. I'm saying don't think it.
Sorry if you're watching this, but while you were in high school,
You spoiled
you
it.
spoiled Endgame, and I wanted to kill you.
I don't blame. Yeah, and again, like at the time we were in high school, we were. I was a big ass nerd.
Yeah.
like I loved
I was watching those Watch Mojo 10 or like the
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
This.
And Spider-Man came out. We were grade 8. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We were grade 8 when Spider-Man came out, and that was the movie.
That was peak.
That was peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I was 13.
Oh, I like this. The wild card round. Imagine your Avenger in real life. Who would make the best roommate, coworker, or road trip buddy?
Definitely not Scarlet Witch.
You kind of picked an ass, dude.
Okay,
You
when
picked Jared Strang.
when the idea was pitched, it was who is strongest Avenger.
And then I edited it the next day, and you didn't look.
And so I saw the script come out, and I was like, "Oh, who's the best?" I'm like, I could win like half the arguments right here, guaranteed. Therefore, statistically, I come out on top because Joey and Aiden are only left with like 25% each, and I get 50.
You forgot about recency bias though, because
Yeah, I didn't really. Maybe you know what? Maybe WandaVision was awesome. Like maybe if she's my roommate, and be like, "Hey, I'm really pissed." She'd be like, "Pfft, no, yeah."
here's a cheeseburger, buddy.
No, yeah, here's a cheeseburger. Or boom, I can change your emotions at will. You're not happy.
But Emmett, there's been so many character arcs where changing your emotion is never good. You need to feel the
True.
pain. Do you not watch kids' cartoons?
I stopped watching kids' cartoons yesterday.
All right. Who makes the best roommate?
Spider-Man.
Let's do that. And I think I think it's I just think it's Spider-Man.
Doctor
Okay.
Strange would pull up with his knickknacks and be like, "Yo, this is the impossible donut. Every time you take a bite, it just grows back." You're like, "Oh shit, Doctor Strange, that's awesome." That's kind of like that'd be a cool roommate.
That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, but like when you get him, you also sign up for 2 roommates. 'Cause
Okay,
the cloak.
yeah,
you get the cloak. But honestly,
No, that's like a pet dog.
Is that better?
I think.
Is that better? I
Imagine
think the
he'd be
cloak's-
like, "Hey, can you take my cloak on a walk real quick?"
dude, and then I put it on and go just.
fly away.
Some dude tries to mug me. Bang!
Yeah.
And think about, we're not in America. Thank God. Sorry about your loss, guys.
I hate
But-
those guys.
Right now, so we have free healthcare,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But imagine your roommate's a doctor. Hey, dude,
And he's a little strange.
he's a little strange.
Peter can make.
I got this weird mole on my back. You mind checking it out? Hey, I'm worried that this lump here might be cancer. Do you mind? You know how many hours you'd save in medical room waiting, or how much dollars you'd save in America?
Well, but my doctor's a little strange. I don't know if I count it.
Counter argument.
He will cut your balls for free.
Counter argument. I don't get a roommate to give me medical advice.
That's
right?
so true.
That's such a bonus, though. And he's neat. He's tidy. The dishes are always going to be
Okay.
done because he can do it with...
Wait. I just realized this. Would we know... I guess Doctor Strange doesn't hide his identity. He's very open about it. Would we know Peter Parker's identity?
No,
I
because
think...
everyone forgets.
Like Ned.
Okay. That's so true.
Yeah.
You'd forget you ever had a roommate, technically. You would make you forget.
Because you can't remember Peter Parker, right? So
Yeah, so he's just a regular dude. And he's
Oh,
clean
that's
and he's
true.
gone
And
half the time.
There is a high possibility that you've definitely eventually figured out because every Spider-Man reveals his identity to one person.
Yeah.
And you might be the lucky one.
Yeah, like,
There's a chance that if you're a roommate with
Ned.
current MCU Spider-Man,
Yeah.
you get to be the eyes in the sky.
it's like Ned. Most
Yeah.
Spider-Man things kind of start off with him being a roommate or living in a house.
Dude,
with people.
you would get to become a shadow superhero.
Counter argument. All right. So I'm roommates with Doctor Strange. He lives in the temple. I get a free room in prime New York real estate where I can go on a vacation whenever I fucking want.
Yeah, wait, you get to move in? No, that's not
I don't
fair.
think. Yeah, okay, so
Darn it! I tried to get away with it.
That's not fair.
you don't get to move in. Also, I don't think Doctor Strange is the person to go, yeah, go to, like, Miami. He'd go,
Fuck
I don't
no.
want to do that, bro.
You would. You would be like, you fucking serious right now?
You fucking do. Spider-Man,
Okay.
like, if you knew Spider-Man and he's your roommate, like, he's taking Ned out.
Okay, but
Stuff. Like,
to be
he'll
fair,
swing around with
if you can get him to feel bad for you, he'll do shit for you. Because
He won't do
felt
nothing.
Bad. He felt bad for Spider-Man. He was like, yeah, I can make these people forget. You don't worry, bud. This is gonna be like 2 seconds.
He did
No,
not
he
say
did
that.
not.
He did not say that.
I might be better.
You might be paraphrasing. You mean like the 3 times he said, "Are you sure?"
Yeah,
Are
the
you
entire last 10 minutes of the emotional roller coaster we went on in the movie, you round it up into a minute. You're like, that's pretty chill. I'm like, no.
I don't. And he was a doctor previously, so
So
you know
he's a little
pretty scummy.
strange.
He's a little scummy as a
Yeah.
doctor previously, brain surgeon too. I don't think he would do anything for you.
Yeah, I
he
think
wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, I've been trying my best, but he's not doing shit.
You're fighting this fight, but I don't think he's doing nothing.
if you do get to move into like his temple, bro, you can't touch anything. You can't. He'd
No.
be so pissed. You
Yeah.
can't even move around.
Put you in the
Yeah.
dude.
He'd put you on maintenance. He'd be like,
Cause-
sweep the floor.
Because like when Thor comes in, it was like, oh yeah, let me get my hammer.
Yeah,
It just
dude.
breaks everything.
It'd be a piss off. You'd come in, he'd be like, don't touch that. Keep your hands off that. Don't
Dude.
go into this room. And
Yeah.
sweep the floor.
And he'd be like floating around,
Yeah.
like looking down you the entire time. It'd be pretty.
Piss off.
You don't do dishes for like 1 weekend, and you're now endlessly falling for. Like, what is this?
Dude, I asked, please clean up your laundry for the last. You know what? If you don't clean up after yourself, your shit's gone. He's stealing your Nintendo Switch.
I had to play. You never clean up your laundry, so I stole Mario Odyssey for a week. Try
on.
and find it, bro.
Come on, man. You only have like your 15 minutes for the Switch is up. Time stone. 15 minutes.
Bro, oh my god. You're like, holy shit, if you ever do anything bad, you're now 95. Like, fuck this, I don't
Get
want
old.
this. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of this roommate.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to have a roommate at all.
You're crying like a baby. You know what?
Bro, he hated Spider-Man when he was in there for those 5 minutes.
Yeah, it is.
And if you can't like Spider-Man,
Exactly, he's so likable, bro.
I think Spider-Man wins.
Spider-Man wins.
yeah, you really picked a shitty character.
I am the strongest Avenger. I am a certain.
Give him back Thor.
Give him back
Thor would be a
Yeah.
cool roommate, though, in my opinion.
You could just drink beer and play Fortnite.
Exactly.
New Master 69.
Oh, what character helped the MCU the most?
Ooh, how about the 3 of us?
That's tough.
Doctor Strange.
Spider-Man is a big name, right? He's a big name. They got a lot of
It
people's attention.
depends on how you phrase the
But
question.
here's the thing. I might bring Scarlet Witch into this conversation finally. She was one of the original TV shows, Loki, and then Scarlet Witch had her own TV show with a good plot. I'm gonna say
WandaVision was, in my opinion, the better TV show.
it was a good TV show.
We could do this by timeline. Because I think Spider-Man at the very start got it off of its feet by being the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, see, if we're talking about like helping the MCU, like bringing new people to watch
Yes,
it, or are
that
we
is.
talking about helping the MCU, like pushing the plot forward?
Let's-
You know what
let's
I mean?
talk
Like
about-
in universe.
I think that is
stuff like that. That's the question.
So I always kind of picture this as in outside the universe But we could bring it into inside.
That's what I'm imagining.
Okay, we'll do outside because my argument's pretty solid and it'll take 2 seconds.
Because mine is my argument.
Mine is better.
That's why
My
we're
argument's
choosing
better.
this one.
You both are wrong. Let me. All right. So.
Keep going.
No, I'm not gonna keep going.
Okay.
So, I think Spider-Man at the very start definitely helped out the MCU get off of its feet. Doctor Strange's movie was
Dude,
kind of
that
in the middle
clip of him just being like, "Hey," for 1 second was blowing up the internet.
Oh yeah.
It was better than Kim Kardashian. Let me tell you.
What? And or
Break
the world
the internet.
famous egg.
Yeah, the one was like
So I think Doctor Strange helped it a little bit for the outside of the MCU. It was a good movie for its time.
because for the Doctor Strange fans that were part of the comics, they were freaking the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
but they were already watching the MCU.
Yeah. So I think you were a nice middle part for it. Maybe not what fixed it or was helping it during its time. WandaVision, though, definitely revived it.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely brought that hype back up from
Yeah.
what it was.
Because at the
where
point
it
of
was.
when WandaVision came out, it was a dead horse.
Yeah.
At that point, right? Loki came out. I think it was good. People got into Loki.
Yep.
But WandaVision, dude, I watched WandaVision.
I watched WandaVision.
I didn't watch Loki. I didn't watch WandaVision. I didn't watch any recent movie. I watched that shit because it was peak.
Yeah, it was great.
Wanda didn't even have her own movie too, so it brought all the people that liked the previous MCU back into it.
Yeah.
So I think that probably would have helped the MCU the most outside of the world because it brought the people who liked Wanda, because she never got a proper movie, let her delve into her background a bit more, and just it was a TV show, so it was something a bit different too.
I think it raked in more money than any of the movies.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah.
So
It-
it was a great choice by the Marvel people to make it into a TV show, so they didn't rush anything.
Yep.
And the time it came out was good too because then they could just start painting her as a villain.
Yes.
Right? So it was perfect to lead into the Doctor Strange movie,
Which was again,
which
kind
wouldn't
of
have,
ass.
which kind of ass, but
Which
it would have been
also-
worse probably without Wanda in it.
Yeah, I definitely would have. And I was gonna go if we're gonna do the in-universe argument. Who helped the MCU the most? Who was the most helpful in the MCU
I mean,
universe?
is it even a question, dog?
What?
We only won Endgame because of my ass.
All of the portals, all of the realities.
I saw all the futures. And
Yeah.
I brought them all in, and I was like, "This is the only one we win." And then that plan worked.
And you looked at Iron Man, like for Doctor Strange, he looked at Iron Man during the last bit.
Yeah.
And he
He's like,
went,
"This is a yeah."
That's kind
And
of
then he won.
They're the
That's
only
kind of
reason-
one thing, though.
It's the biggest thing.
I know it's the biggest thing, but it's only one thing.
Okay,
It's
so
only
what's
one
your argument?
thing.
What's your argument?
She introduced the Mind Stone. She's got.
I introduced the
She introduced him.
I introduced the time stone.
I know, but she was technically she prior
I
to
introduced
Doctor
the time.
Strange?
Yeah, she was, but I introduced the time stone.
Yeah, and the Tesseract existed earlier, but she was like, Tesseract is there.
She did show that you could, have the stones infused into people, but that was in Thor: The Dark World anyway. So
It
point
was
invalid.
also in Thor: The Dark World.
So what's your point there, buddy?
I wasn't listening.
Well,
I guess.
hear you.
Yeah, she's kind of again the fact that she doesn't have her own movie.
Just take the win on
me
a
up.
TV show
Hold
and
on.
stay there.
Hold on, in the Doctor Strange movie,
Yeah.
she has introduced the new topic of multiple dimensions through the dark hole.
I would say that's more American Chavez.
Multiple dimensions?
She got the dark hole.
The multiverse was American Chavez.
Did that come out before the Doctor
multiverse.
Strange movie?
The multiverse was.
American Chavez is in the Doctor Strange movie.
I guess so. That kid.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's the kid with.
It was introduced before this because Andrew Garfield and all of them hopped out of portals for Spider-Man.
Yeah, through Doctor
So you weren't the one who introduced it
through Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I think Doctor Strange wins the category.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're in MCU. Doctor Strange. If we're gonna talk who helped the most, I still want to talk about that outside of MCU because
Yeah,
Spider-Man is the fucking.
He
the
kind of like started it. Like his movies were the biggest.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't MCU.
It is two giants, Sony and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, coming together and being like, let's make something fucking awesome here.
Oh, yeah.
And then they made 3 movies of, I'm gonna say peak. I might just say
They're writing
all
up
3 peak.
I agree.
All 3
I'll peak.
So but how many people did that bring to the theaters? Because
A lot.
I think a lot.
I think a lot, right?
More than Doctor Strange.
More than Doctor Strange, more than WandaVision.
That's true.
I think so. Why 3 movies combined?
3 movies plus Civil War plus
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And anytime I see clips online of like funniest moments, Peter's always.
I think he's just the most
always
popular.
in.
He is
Yeah.
just the most popular, and he's the most popular for a reason. Therefore, I think he helped the MCU.
Here's the thing, though. He has helped the MCU outside a lot as well. But they were already doing movies. TV shows.
Yeah, I guess WandaVision was like the first of its kind.
Right? So it's what you value more.
It was
the MCU,
but the first successful, because we had Agents of
it was during
S.H.I.E.L.D.
COVID.
Yeah, but we had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and we had the Loki show starting. Like, they weren't really popping off until WandaVision. And then that greenlit the whatchamacallit, the What If series.
Yeah. And what is a fucking hater?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Let's start to wrap this up. We're getting close to time, ladies and gents at home. So for the wrap up here, each person gives a closing argument for their Avenger. Let's revisit that first topic.
Yeah.
Of who would win and make it
one
quick.
Well, I think Scarlet Witch can obliterate people with her mind. So I think that's
She is busted DPS.
She's busted. The only con I have written down is can be one-tapped LMAO.
That's awesome.
Like, a stray bullet. She could die from a stray bullet.
She could.
Yeah.
She could.
Spider-Man has a gun.
Oh, shit.
I'm a Spider-Man with a gun.
She's seen to stop bullets, but I think if she's ever caught off guard, she's done.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I think it all comes down to prep time. If we have prep time, I think Wanda loses. If it's
Really?
Yes.
Why is that?
because I'm able to set shit up, Doctor Strange is able to set shit up, Spider-Man's able to set shit up.
Why is she not able to set shit up?
She is. She'd be able
She
to do
straight up
that.
makes a new reality in the
Okay,
size
yeah,
of a
we can-
football field.
Okay, that's kind of fair.
Yeah. She
But
can do anything.
I was saying brain to brain, Spider-Man's smarter than her, and Doctor Strange is smarter than her. Combat.
Definitely smarter combat-wise, but I don't think Brain always outwits Brawn.
I think Spider-Man, in terms of brain, beats out everybody. In
Yeah.
this sense.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
he's just genetically coded to be smarter,
Yeah.
right, and quicker thinking. But I think Scarlet Witch is just pure raw power.
I think that
It's
that's the problem.
unfiltered.
If she ever gets her hands on anyone, if she ever gets one hit on anyone, I think they're
Yeah,
done.
that's
Would
fair.
she feel bad though
No.
about Spider-Man because he is like a teenager?
I think if we remove emotions out of it, because that makes me
If you
character
remove- yeah.
stronger.
if you remove emotions out of it, that makes your character weaker because she's just happy.
No,
because happy's an emotion.
Yeah, happy's
Did you not watch
Blank.
Inside Out, you stupid head?
Blank. Did you not watch Inside Out? Anxiety.
I think Scarlet Witch, again, if we have prep time, I think she also still wins because she can make a reality the size of town
Alright.
with superheroes
That's
of
fair.
her own creation.
Let's put a little one above your head here. You got one. Alright, next one, quickly. Most important to the team? We agree that was Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange
Come on.
really
Come
did
on.
the most
We agree that was Doctor
important.
Strange.
Yeah.
Well, we're on.
Best solo movies?
Spider-Man.
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 got that shit.
Holy shit, did we actually pick is this even? Did we do it?
One, and one.
One. Who wins the
We got that shit. We got the shit.
last
best character arc.
Shit. I lost this one.
baby.
Joey comes out.
That come on.
Joey
It's like
can-
I had one really good character arc. Yeah, three.
Joey had 3. Each movie is fucking
Yeah.
peak.
Most relatable human. We didn't touch on this.
Okay, but again,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay, does Joey?
We're getting rid of that one. Scratch that. Scratch that. That's a bad category. It's the same as the last one.
No, you're just saying it's bad because
We didn't talk about it in the middle of the pod.
That's because
you skipped it on purpose.
Yep.
We didn't talk about it in the pod. Besides the 2 seconds ago that you mentioned it, so I win the point.
Yeah.
Unless the editor cuts it out and leaves this in, so that I'll have
I'm
the-
goalpost.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Please don't.
Anytime.
Can I goalpost?
Hold on, wait. Hold on. Wouldn't it be really funny in the pod if it's like, okay, hear me out, and you're about to speak, and it just cuts to when it's like, okay, so this is why you're wrong, and then I win the argument. Wait a minute, I can do that. I can do
Can you
that.
make the edit where you just win every single
It's
conversation?
gonna be you, like, you ever seen those Instagram videos where it's someone just breathing and like, oh, and I'm gonna be like, wrong, and then it's like,
And you edit like you think of something better, so you edit yourself back in.
yeah,
Like,
you're
so-
post it here. Let's add this in. I did that with I don't know if you guys fully watched it, but I did that with the tier list episode.
I did see that.
So many editor notes, bro.
That was so good. Anyway, who was the best team player? And
We kind of like.
That's kind of similar with what was the other question earlier?
Let's not rank both of us in that. Let's give like us a half point.
I'll take a half
We're
point.
both like really goated at it.
Get in the comments.
In the comments.
You can't do your job of like, oh, I'll send you here, send you there, without me telling you where I need to go, because I have the sense.
That's not true.
Go.
He can.
That's not true.
Doctor Strange can imagine and go anywhere.
Yeah, if I get
you
prep
do all those
time,
things at once?
if I get prep time and I'm like, see all the features. All right, so I know you. Let's just do this.
Yeah, in theory, Doctor Strange.
Are you doing any of that saving?
What?
Or are you sending me there to do all the saving?
Also,
So
with prep
you're
time,
saying that I make you better, so therefore you're the better one, even though I'm a better team player.
Saving.
Yeah, wait a minute.
If I pass to you a beauty pass and you score because of that pass, are you the best scorer ever, or am I the best passer ever?
I'm the best.
I'm down to one. I think Doctor Strange is best team player, but that was a question earlier.
Yeah, we're going through all the questions right now
going
just to go get
we
tally
did-
points.
Oh, we did do who's the most important to the team.
We're on this page.
We just
by the
did
way.
that one.
We're on this page, buddy.
I'm going through them. And then also while I go around, best Avenger in real life for a roommate.
Spider-Man.
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 But you guys, I was really trying, but I don't want him to just be like, "You're going to the void."
bro didn't do dishes for a week. You're gone.
So like, editor Emmett just drops down from the ceiling.
Fuck, bro, you're gonna be 95 years old by the time you leave that place.
Are we done on that page now?
What character helped the MCU the most?
I think Spider-Man again. In
That was I
there's-
kind of left it up. I'm willing to give you a half point for that.
WandaVision was good at a time when no one was watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so fair.
The subscriptions bought on Disney Plus to watch WandaVision probably raked in millions.
Oh yeah.
But
Easily.
to bring
Without
people
a
in
world
this-
pandemic,
Yeah,
Wanda ain't doing that shit.
exactly.
If it came out today,
Yeah, if it came out today, I don't think it'd do that.
if Spider-Man came out today, it's
People
still
pop.
it's still
Yeah,
pop.
I think
right?
to get people in seats and actually interested in like future movies, Spider-Man did it.
Yeah.
That's fair, because like Doctor Strange's ended with a cliffhanger. Which, if your movie ends with a giant cliffhanger, it sucks.
It does. Agree.
I'm sorry,
Ladies and gents. I'm not 4 points here.
I'm at
Four
I'm
characters.
at 5.
You're at 3.
I think if I count,
Editor, go back.
I think if I count right, I'm
I
at
see him
5.
hold
I
up
lost
his
track.
tally. I seen you hold
So
up your
if you
tally.
lost track, you counted wrong. So I'm
No.
at 5.
And
I think we like scratch it.
I'm at
here
5.
comes like the.
No, I think after the segment we could say that I win. I'm the strongest Avenger. I'm the best
No,
Avenger.
wait, you can't.
I'm
Just
just
edit
editing
to be the one.
All three of us are partial judges here, right? We
Yep.
can't decide because we each have our own picks. ChatGPT,
ChatGPT.
one of the best AI features. We ask it, who's the best Avenger?
Who do you think is gonna pick?
I think it's gonna pick Doctor Strange. Pull up your phone right now.
Guess what?
Your phone.
Okay, I think it's gonna pick up. Scarlet Witch because
How does each
are we doing ChatGPT or can we do Google Gemini?
ChatGPT? please.
Okay. Okay, so it's wrong. It's Okay, in order. Iron Man,
Okay.
Okay.
Captain America,
Okay.
Thor.
Okay, the main three.
Oh, here we go.
If it says Scarlet Witch, we're gonna lose by.
Scarlet Witch.
Ah, I see it. Goal posting.
What the fuck? What's next? Spider-Man! My fucking hero died!